After Brett builds this structure, I start out with putting a layer of cardboard on the bottom, which will block out any weeds underneath and also act as a barrier. I save all the cardboard we get to use in these situations, which reduces our waste and is cheaper than using a full wooden bottom. Next, I put a layer of logs. We had some trees cut down and a branch or two fall, which you can see on the side there. And this helps things from getting compacted in the bed and also means you don't have to use as much compost and soil. And here's what it looks like. Ideally, you'd want it better than this, but you know. And then we have my homemade compost that's not done at all, but that is fine because it's going to be deep enough that it will eventually break down and be good to go. So I'm not planning directly into this, but this is going to be the next layer. Look at all of this life in there, all of these things. I don't know if you can even see all the little bugs that are breaking stuff down. We love it. After admiring my compost, I loaded it up into my trusty wheelbarrow and just dumped it into the new bed to create the next layer. And it's going to be deep enough that it doesn't matter that it's not completely broken down. It will have time to break down. Next, I dumped all of this into the bed and struggled a little bit. The bed was like just tall enough that the wheelbarrow kept getting caught on the side, but we did it. We made it. So I dumped it in and spread it out evenly amongst the whole bed. And then comes the good old potting soil and some compost from HEB. Then I loaded them all up, brought them back, and dumped them into the new bed. I think I used 5 bags of potting soil and 2 bags of compost. I totally could get a large quantity of soil and compost from a landscape supply, but we've had a few issues just in the Austin area with diseases in the compost, so I like to play it safe and use bagged. And then here is what we've got so far, almost done. And then the final step after that is to put straw mulch on top. This helps just protect the soil from the harsh rays of the sun, and then it keeps kind of everything how you want it to for planting in. And here it is with the straw on top. And the final step is to water everything in, just to kind of get it all moving together and kind of how you want it to then be able to plant in the next morning. And finally, couldn't have done it without my trusty ladder, which I put my phone on to video this whole thing.